So for today's mobility session, you're actually going to need a fair bit of kit. So some yoga blocks, you'll actually probably only need one, but if you've got two around, great. Some sort of weight, so kettlebell, I'm rocking a 12 kg here, but it could, anything from like an 8 to 12 is probably a good weight for what we're going to do. And some sliders, so these are going to be for something we're going to do on the floor. If you have carpet and you don't have any sliders, what you can do is grab some like coasters that you use for your cups of tea. They can be quite good, or anything that's just going to slide on the surface and gives you something big enough to put your knee onto. And if you've got wooden floor, cushions are really good if you don't have anything else, or you can buy these cheap sliders online which are just perfect for this. They can go either way. So we're just going to start, as always, with our roll downs from standing. So just a nice way to get us into the body. So I'm going to bring my arms up straight away today, rolling through the spine, walking it out into plank. We're just going to add a little downward dog onto this today. Rock it forward, hands come in, stretch those hamstrings, rolling up, hands coming up through the center, rolling down, walking out into your downward dog, pressing forward into your plank, walk the hands in, stretching the legs, and rolling up through the center, roll down, walk it out into plank, into your downward dog, forward into your plank, walking it all the way back in, stretch those legs and roll. Good, we take two more. Roll through the spine, walk it out into your downward dog, bringing it forwards, walking it in, stretch and rolling up. Last one. Through the center, all the way down, out into your plank, downward dog, back into your plank, walking it in, stretch and rolling up, nice and slow. Beautiful. So we're now going to come straight down onto the mat. You're going to grab your weight. You can use a dumbbell as well. I'm just using a kettlebell because it feels quite nice for this one. I'm going to place the weight onto my leg and I'm just going to shift forward and back. All this is doing, just as we did in the last session, we're getting into those ankles, but now we're just adding a little bit of extra weight to encourage that mobility and add a little bit of load. Good, 3, forward, 4, 5, 6, we'll go for 2 more, 7, and on this last one we're just going to hold it there for a little bit longer. Good, push it back. 8, lovely, swap over the legs, placing that weight onto the knee, pushing forwards. 1, 2, 3, back, 4, 5, 6, last 2, 7, and last one. Hold a tiny bit longer and 8. Good, bring that down to the mat. And then we're just gonna do a tiny bit of getting into those wrists as well. So we're gonna come into the one where you're gonna place your knees onto your hands. For a moment, just hang out here, just feel that stretch all the way down the front of those arms. This can be a little bit uncomfortable, takes a bit of getting used to, so ease yourself into it. You don't have to go to your 100% straight away. Good, and then we're just gonna take, if you can handle it, a little rock forward so that you put some weight into those wrists, and then sit back and stretch. Good, bringing that forwards again. And pushing back for 2. Bring it forward for 3. And back. 4. And back. Last one, 5. And back. Good, release those hands. Ooh, give them a bit of a shake out. And then we're just gonna take those little side to side rocks just once more. So coming over to the side, side. Just gently waking those wrists up, exploring all the ways they can go. Good, once more on each side. Good. And then last wrist exercise, I'm gonna face you so you can see. I'm just gonna flex one wrist, I'm gonna pull it up. You can pull those fingers back to whatever's comfortable for you, just holding that for a second. And then you're gonna do the same, flexing it down, pushing it. Good, this might be a nice alternative to the one where you're sitting on your hands, if that doesn't feel that comfortable. Good, up. And then this time just rotate the hand around and pull back this way. Good, bringing it into the other hand. So flexing, pushing up towards the ceiling. Flex that down. Good, bringing it back up. And then just rotating around to the other side. Beautiful, shake that out. Good, we're just gonna do a tiny bit of shoulders and working into the back a little bit as well. So I'm actually gonna come to standing for this exercise. And we're gonna do what we call the shoulder pat or thrust. So I'm gonna come sideways so you can see. Hands really nice and straight and rigid. And I'm just gonna pat the air forward like this. Make sure the shoulders stay down and that you're really attacking it. So keep the fingers really strong and the arms strong all the way through. So we're just gonna go for roughly 30 seconds. So as hard as you can. What you should start to feel if you're keeping those shoulders down and those arms strong and that core strong, is that there's a bit of a warm sort of burny feeling in the back of the shoulders or at the top of the shoulders. And that's the feeling we're aiming for. This is a really nice way just to warm up into them. Good, go for a couple more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release them down. Whew. Give it a little shake. And then we're going to go for these flutters. So I'm going to show you it from the back first so you can see. Hands are going to go cross, cross, lift, cross, cross, lift. And what I'm doing is gradually opening all the way up to come overhead. And as I reach up, my arms will naturally turn in. Okay, so that's all we're going to do. We're going to go up, down, down. So we work our way all the way up. It might take about 5 or 6 crosses and lifts, 5 or 6 back down, and then we repeat. So we go crisscross lift, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring it back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Take it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Shake that out. You should have a nice burning in the back. It's just a really good one to remind us to kind of open up and just keep us occupied while we think about pulling these shoulders back. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is one for the adductors. So we're working on the inside here on mobility and also strength. So if you do have some sliders, this would be a great time to use them. I have found, however, on my particular floor, these ones aren't that great. They don't actually work with me. So I'm actually going to use the less professional looking cushions. But try out your sliders or try out the cushions, see what feels more comfortable. And you're just going to place your knees onto the top of them, and you're just going to let yourself slide out, and then using those inner thighs you want to squeeze in as much as you can. What's nice about this is on the way out we get a nice stretch, so you can go as low as you dare and then squeezing in for 2, sending that out, squeezing in for 3, going out, squeezing in for 4, whoo, squeezing out, bringing it in for 5, we're going for 8 here, taking that out, bringing it in, 6, taking that out, 7, and last one. Ooh, squeeze. 8. Good. And then we're just going to take it out to the side, and we're just going to hang out here just for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. If you can, squeeze it in for one final time. Don't underestimate that, how horrible that is. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come into our low squat where we were at the beginning of the session. This time we're just going to push and open the leg a little bit more. So I'm going to take a hand, I'm going to open one side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We're going to swap over to the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and finally 1. Good stuff. Good. And then just release in the middle. Whew. Good. That just gets us opening out a little bit more. Block time. You're going to grab one block. You're going to place it out to the side. It's up to you how much you want to challenge yourself. I'll show you the exercise and then you can decide. I'm just going to sit on this side however I feel comfortable, and I'm going to place my heel on top of the block. And then all I'm going to do is 10 lifts on each side. 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Gonna hold and release. Whoo, good. So we're really getting into those hip flexors, and we're doing it at the side instead of forward as we have done last time. We were focusing a little bit more on lifting it at the front and moving it around. This time we're just lifting at the side. So find the other side, placing the foot on the block. We're lifting up for 1. Ooh, wobbly block. 2, down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, 8, good, last 2, 9, and last one, 10. Hold and lower. Good, just shaking that out a little bit into the hips. Beautiful. Okay, so bringing your block behind you if you want to. We're just going to go for some of our squat rocks. This is the one where you were sitting on the block and you came through this position and forward. So you can have a block, 2 blocks. If you can, this time we're going to try it without. So we're going to come straight from the floor. We're just going to go for 10 of these. So rocking through for 1, back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Nice, slow, lower. Whew, give that a little bit of a shake. Good, and then the last exercise we're going to do is we're going to come over to the wall. You're going to grab your kettlebell or your dumbbell, and we're going to come over here. So before I show you with the weight, I'm just going to show you the setup. It's a bit like your split stance deadlift. You're going to be standing on one foot. You're actually going to place your other foot on the back wall, and you're going to have a slight hinge. Make sure it's not a curve in the back, so you're going to be holding the weight. So we still want that nice deadlift, straight back, supported position. The weight is going to be in one hand. You're going to transfer it from one side to the other, passing it slowly. What's great about this, it's really great for strengthening through the legs and the ankles, but also it's a really great core exercise. So lifting up your kettlebell on the side you're going to start with, and we're going to swap over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good, we're going to go for 2 more, 7, and last one, 8. Good, release that down. Oh, when you're done, you should have a real burning all through your hamstring and also this supporting ankle. It's a really, really great exercise. So we're going to swap over, lift the leg. I'm going to bring this to my outside side. I'm going to lift, find that position first. So you're really strong in that center. 1. Woo. Natural to wobble. That's what this exercise is for. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Last one. 8. Good, bring that down. Whew, come back to the center. As I say, that one is not to be underestimated either. Okay, so the last exercise we're gonna do, you're gonna need a broom or a long stick or anything like a dressing gown tie, that will work. I'm gonna grab the stick that I have ready for this exercise. This is a bit of core, but it's also a bit of mobility. So it's a nice one to throw in at this point. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come into our C-curve lift. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna come forward, tuck the feet over, bring them back under, and back out again into your banana or C-curve. Bring it back up. You're gonna bring them, You can see this is my challenging exercise. Over the top, underneath, for 2. Bringing it up. Over, under, 3. Over, under, 4. Over, under, 5. Over, under, 6. Over, under, 7. Over, under, 8. We're going to go for 2 more. Over, under, 9. Last one. Over, under, and back out again. Good, relax that down. The struggle is real. Good, well done. We're just going to come into a nice stretch. As we're already on our back, let's just come into our stretch with one knee over to the floor, looking the opposite way, stretching into that back a little bit. Good, swapping over other leg. Good, bring yourself back up. We're just gonna extend one leg out straight in front of us. The other one, we're just gonna bring the foot to meet the inside of the leg. I'm just gonna hang out over the top here. Nice deep breaths. Good, bring that leg in, swap them out, so take the other one forward and leaning over the top. Okay, bring that in. Last stretch, we're just going to come into our frog stretch. So bringing the feet together, you can either push on these knees and bring that down, or you can just walk yourself forward and relax into this stretch. Just some nice deep breathing. Good, and gently roll up. Lovely, well done. Some of these exercises, as I mentioned, are quite tough, or they just require adapting. So take them where you are and then build from there. But there's lots of ways you can adapt throughout the session. Well done.